Ni hao, hi from Beijing. I've got a few days to explore what there is to see and do in this ancient city. What about the transport and the practicalities of getting around? And the linguistic landscape? I don't speak a word of Chinese. How am I going to manage? And how would you? Let's find out. If you don't speak any Chinese, the ticketing system in the underground is in English too. You can just change the language. You choose your destination. So I'm going to the Lama temple here, which is line 2. And it will tell you how much money you need to put in. Or you can use one of these rechargeable cards, which is what I've got. And then you just swipe your way in. Is this Chinese humour or an art installation? A door which seems to lead nowhere at all. It's always going to be a lot of work to learn to read Chinese, but apparently if you learn the first 200 or so radicals, they all then build up into other characters, and you can see here that some of these characters are actually composites of others, so that the whole task is not so intimidating once you understand the system. If you want to drink at this vending machine, you're going to have to be able to read some Chinese. Or maybe not. Or something's got lost in this incomprehensible translation. But you can usually work stuff out. Ticket machine again. Not a cactus, but the character for exit. My first trip to Beijing was 20 years ago, and of course I remember the famous Hutong districts, the traditional areas, and some of them have still survived, and this is the first one I get to explore on this trip. This Hutong's having a makeover. It can only be time, I suppose, before we have the hipster Hutong. Well, it seems I spoke too soon. There are massive road systems throughout the city. It makes it incredibly busy and noisy, and you've got to be careful crossing because some of the cars do tend to turn into the green man, as it were, so keep your wits about you. You can go through the first gate without a ticket, but to get into the Forbidden City proper, you do need a ticket. Remember to bring your passport, because they do require that ID. They do a recorded guide here in 35 languages. If I've learnt one word, it's Dian. Sorry about the tone lack of there, but that's got to mean a hall. It's absolutely scorching here in the Forbidden City. I've had a good look around and now I've retreated into the shade. Cheers. I'm walking now north of the Forbidden City along Wuxi Street to Dongxi metro station. It's really helpful that the road signs are also written in Latin script. Another very practical point worth making, there's no shortage of, shall we say, facilities when you're wandering around this city. Just found a fantastic art material shop, also selling busts of Chairman Mao. I love these paprika peanuts. And dairy has arrived in China big time. There are several bike hire companies. I think you get an app, you deal with payment through the app, and then you actually scan in using this code when you want to take the bike.
The next stop is
I noticed tonight, after a beautifully clear day, it's starting to feel a lot more dusty and hazy. I wonder whether the famous or infamous Beijing pollution is about to descend. You still see quite a lot of these rather pleasant human scale 5-story residential blocks, like the Khrushchev blocks in Moscow, many of which have been cleared away in the last few years. This is the concourse at the front of the main railway station. It's massive and it's teeming with people, so I've been told to keep an eye on my wallet. So I'm on my way out to try some Peking duck. I think this underground car park was built during the Ming Dynasty. If you like markets, you will love the Agricultural Exhibition Centre. Rather bizarrely, some of the signs here are actually in a degenerate form of Vulgar Latin. Must be something to do with the Olympic Committee. To get up to the wall at this point, you need to be up for quite a steep 40-minute climb. This is a part of the wall known as Wild Wall, that's to say. It isn't renovated for tourists, really, and so I feel extra privileged to be able to come and see this. Ooh. This bit is quite steep. Oh, here we go. Right on the top. Wow. Ooh. Wow. Brilliant. Actually, people camping on top. Amazing. Yeah. Yeah.